7. Just want to give y'all a synopsis of what I'm going to be talking about. Really be educating y'all on the financial demographic, my theology on it, entrepreneurship theology, different stuff like that. Things in my lane that I deal with as an entrepreneur every day and as a king in this society, facing these woes that the world has tossed to us. Education is key. Education is not always geared towards me or the origin of where we're from and all that, so it has become bigger. Education to most people is always geared towards a curriculum. I've learned from the school of hard knocks is where you really learn. They had these curriculums in college and grammar school and all that, and that's fine because they recognize that. But really, everything that you learn, you're not really putting that to test as far as real life. They don't really prepare you for life, or reality of life. They don't prepare you how to pay bills. They don't teach that in school. They don't teach you how to get out of poverty. All of these things that we really need, they're not educating us on it. For me, in my era, and what God told me to do was to educate not only our people, but every type of people about survival, in a spiritual aspect as well, because we're spiritually suffering, we're emotionally suffering. That's why so many of us are suffering from mental illnesses and different things of that nature. PTSD is not only just for soldiers, it's for people, that went through trauma in their life. The reason I can speak on that is because I suffer from it. A lot of times, life events is real tragic. Like, we're in a spiritual war. Some of our men and women that served, we thank you so much for serving. Went over to Afghanistan, different things like that, tools, World War I and all that. They was fighting for a cause, which we really don't understand, like an underlying cause. So we're in a spiritual war as well. We have our spiritual Afghanistan and all of that, World War I and all that. So we need to educate ourselves and tap ourselves into something far more greater than we are. The thing is, around the world, there's so much hatred and so much guile and so much evil that most people participate in those things, and God has put me in a position to be that gateway or that bridge, so to speak, to educate people that we really don't have to live like that, like savages and all that. So many people say we're the inner city community or we're the projects. I'm gonna really be hitting on the projects and the whole way of the trap of how they trapped us into this zone where, it was just this little project that they put together. They jammed us all together and say, hey, let's see how long it takes for them to kill each other. So I'm gonna be dispelling all that, and just giving us, different images of who we are and how we're supposed to be through my spiritual scope and through my natural eye, and also through my spiritual eye and what I've seen and what God has taught me. These are the things that I really be dealing with, and the hurt and the pain of loved ones, losing loved ones, and different things like that. Mothers losing sons, mothers losing daughters, fathers losing sons, fathers losing daughters. The whole thing in the gateway of the child support system, and how they're using the children as pawns, and different stuff like that, and how our education system has failed our children, especially the teachers that teach it. So these are the things that Mr. Black Wallstreet is really going to be talking about. I'm going to really be pushing stuff, so we'll be pushing segments on our food as well. So you can just call me a man in many hats. Also, I'm going to be pushing my monologue and my story and my book that I'm going to be writing called Concrete Roads. So, just be looking out for that, man. Just look out for, anything that I see that my people need, I'm going to create and I'm going to build. This is why they call me the Black Wallstreet. And I'm going to truly live up to my name, because I'm going to rebuild our financial infrastructure and our sense of well-being, because we really don't have that right now. This is why the world is in so much turmoil, and this is why our youth have no value of life or have no sense of anything. The knowledge that God has given me and what I learned throughout my life and throughout my struggles and throughout my trials and tribulations. So a lot of people can really see me for who I am. But in reality, I really don't care what people think. This is what got me so far in life. Perception is exactly what it is. You can always perceive me to be a certain way. And if your mind already made up, there's no way I can change your mind. The only way I can do it is through educating you with my success. These are the things that I'm going to be really pushing. And the value of love. Love is so underrated, because a lot of people are not experiencing it. You know, a lot of people look for these things like trust, loyalty, and all this. You can't get none of that in this false world, in this false reality. So, you know, I think we just really need to tighten up, man. And, you know, the common thread of a whole lot of things is love. We really need to understand, man, that Speak Up 757 is putting this platform out there and really pushing that to give a voice. Now, this ain't just for 757, but we introducing it to 757 because a group of kings got together from 757 to introduce this dialogue or this, you know, this platform so people can have a voice. You have any questions, you have any concerns, you have anything you're dealing with, life issues, you know, we're gonna try to be that news feed that you can, you know, really have a voice. That's why we call it Speak Up 757. So me, myself, spiritually made, self-made man in the natural. So, you know, we just have to really realize, man, you know, it's bigger than money. It's bigger than fortune and the material wealth. You know, it's about family. It's about love. And it's about living life. Because, you know, I mean, you can go away from here in a blink of an eye. So, you know, I just want to really get that out to the people, man, and, you know, let them know, you know, what it's really all about. Because, you know, we all living in this false reality, and we want to gravitate and pull people into our false reality, which most of the time get us in trouble. And those are the things, man, that, you know, really is killing our generation. Those are the things that's really stopping us from loving one another. And those are the things that we really hung up on. You know what I mean? Everybody want acceptance. Everybody want people to perceive them to be the man. You know, everybody can't be the man. Everybody can't be the woman. Everybody can't be a bad bee. Can't be, you know, a real nigga, a real G. Look, our origin is royalty. You know, try to be kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? And carry yourself to that magnitude. You know, we're royalty. You know, the word of God shares with us that we're a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a peculiar people. So many of us are trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit in. Make your own lane and make your own way. So listen, this is Mr. Black Wallstreet telling you, man, you know what I mean? Be you, live your life, and do it how you want to do it. Just understand, if you do it your way, there's repercussions. But if you do it God way, there's reward. So this is Mr. Black Wallstreet, man. Speak Up 757 signing out. Peace.